and sisters back in the United States of America, I greet you. Shalom. I greet you in the good name of the Lord. Shalom. How are you doing? So I'm just waiting for our audience to get in so that we can able to start our live stream. Yeah. So I'm waiting for you, the first 5 people, before we can start. 5 people will do the start. So I'm waiting. So we are going to talk about African Americans. Why are they leaving Africa? This is not any other video like the ones I've done in the previous time. Yeah, we've hit 5 viewers. So we can start now. So today we want to do a live. Actually, we are doing a live about the why African Americans are leaving the United States, are leaving Africa after moving to Africa from the United States of America. You know, first of all, it cost really a lot of money. It cost a lot of money with the transport, with the visas to move to Africa. Then you come to Africa, you find things don't go right for you, and then you move back to United States, or you choose other countries around the world. So that is what we are here to address, because I'm finding this very sick and very disturbing. Because for some of us who know brother Austin Holleman has been moving around Africa for quite some time now, and you know, he left Africa and he moved to Thailand. Right now he's in Thailand. So why am I saying brother Austin Holleman? I'm saying brother Austin Holleman because, you see, brother Austin is always referred to as the king of the passport bros, the king of the passport bros. So we are having 15 viewers, 15 audience. Kindly give the video a like. Just give the video a like wherever place you are watching. It will help the algorithm push the video to many people, because what I'm going to share today is very, very significant and very, very important. Kindly give the video a like. Just tap the like button, because it is so important for the algorithm and the video itself. Okay, why are African Americans leaving Africa? Why is that? Why is that? Yesterday I did a video about some African Americans, or rather Black Americans, are trying to find the United States in Africa. In Africa, you can never find the United States. Africa is Africa. So when you come with the mindset of finding Africa in the United States, challenges start all there. There's so much challenges. So Brother Austin, as I told you before, he left Africa. He is now in Thailand, and he said some things which were not really good. He said things which are not really good about Africa. He said, Africa, people are after your money. Africa, ladies are after your money. Africa, you are draining your money and all that. So I took this initiative to start this live stream and help educate you. Yeah. So I have some notes here I had written. I'm going to read from my notes. So living a luxurious lifestyle, especially when you are moving from the USA to Africa, can lead to financial downfall for many African Americans. You see, the allure of opulence with its extravagant purchases and lavish experiences often marks the underlying financial risks. You see, if you want that extravagant purchase, buying things which are really expensive and lavish experiences, they might seem to be small at the moment when you are starting and all that, but eventually these things always cost. Eventually these things always cost, and you don't want to move to Africa and go back. So small things that you might think don't count, like instead of just buying a normal pair of shoes, for example, you want to buy the latest Nike in Africa, and you know you have a fixed amount in Africa. You want to wear the best. These things might seem to be small things, but when they brought together, they are really expensive. They are really expensive, and This is some of the lifestyle, you see. About Brother Austin, I believe I have the freedom of expression and the freedom of speech. He lived that extravagant life to the fullest. He lived extravagant life to the fullest. Every country he went, he had a new girl. Here in Kenya, he had stories with many women. You know, women. Some women will find some women will find opportunities when you present them with an opportunity that you have money. If you show them that you have money, they will try as hard as they can to drain you. That is Nairobi women. I'm saying that as a person who is living in Nairobi, not all women. Also, another thing Austin said is that women are asking her for money. She's paying transport here and there, Uber, $60 per day. $60 per day is a lot of money. $60 per day is really much a lot of money. So he's spending money on the wrong kind of people. If he only went and if somebody would only just go and spend some money on some local woman. So here in Kenya, we have these women who work in Kibanda. Kibanda is a place where women work. They do their activities there. They sell avocados, mangoes, skuma wiki, which is kales. They sell spinach, cabbages. If an African American, you come to Africa, what I can advise you is instead of spending your money in those kind of, this is just my advice. I'm not dictating for anyone how to use their money. Just try and help the local people in Africa. Try and help those people who are less fortunate, those who are less privileged. Just giving them $5, just $5 can really change their lives. Trust me when I tell you this, giving an old woman $5 here in Kenya, here in Africa, can really change their lives instead of going to spend $100 per day on some random people in the clubs, in the bars, in the big hotels. It's really bad. You see, that woman you might have given $5, she'll be able to remember you a lot, and you'll be building a good community with the people in the country. So I'm seeing a comment from my friend, my good friend, my godfather, Sir Carlos Ortiz. How are you doing, sir? I believe you're all fine. Yeah, the shirt is EFK Original Documentaries. Yeah, I made this shirt to glorify, to bring hope to you guys that what I'm doing is serious. Yeah, so if you see this shirt, guys, believe that what we are doing here is a great thing. So I was talking about extravagant lifestyle. So don't live life to the fullest. If you want to live life to the fullest by living extravagantly. You see, those things have compounding effect, and those compounding effects are disastrous when they build a pile of mountain. So Sir Carlos is saying, I'm going to only buy from the local vendors. I'm doing fine, godson. It's fine. I always say, always help the local people. Help the local people. These local people will not make you feel like you are wasting money. Very little things are good for these local people. Buying from them, doing all that instead of those things which Austin Holleman was doing. Now he's saying that Africa is expensive. Africa is expensive depending on how you are living, depending on the kind of lifestyle that you have. That is why some people would say Africa is expensive, you see. So initially, the relocation to Africa might be seen as opportunity for a fresh start, which it is. Moving to Africa is a fresh start. It's always been a fresh start for everyone, you know. But the temptation to maintain or elevate one's standard of living can be overpowering. You see, the United States is not like Africa where the United States is way above Africa. So your ways are higher than ours back here in Africa. So you might be tempted, some of us might be tempted to try and live that lifestyle. That lifestyle comes with a price you have to pay. It comes with a demand. It's really expensive when you want to live in America, inside Africa. You gotta pay for that comfort, you see? As I said, relocation to Africa might be seen as an opportunity for a fresh start, but the temptation to maintain or elevate one's standard of living can be overpowering, you see? For example, someone wants to have the latest expensive car, someone wants to upscale the housing, someone wants to have high-end fashion. You see, someone wants to become status symbol that contribute to a facade of prosperity. You see, there are those people who really have the money. There are those people who really have the money. They don't need to pretend. But some people will try and put on a mask to show like they have, which is not really good. I think we should be honest to ourselves. I've faced that temptation while I was still doing my undergraduate. I wanted to be seen as somebody who had money when I actually had nothing. I had nothing. So I really understand why somebody might want to show himself that they have in the real sense they really don't have, you see? And this is so disturbing. So so I've said that this facade can crumble when financial responsibility are overlooked. Financial responsibilities, mostly for African Americans while we are living here in Africa, should not be overlooked. Make it your first priority. Make it your first priority. Don't go for that expensive things. If need be, only if need be, should you go for that expensive thing. Only if need be. Africa is cheap, but if you only live as an African, Africa is damn expensive. If you are trying to push it to the levels it has still not attained, that is my point I am giving. You see? So the cost of living in Africa, though generally lower than in the United States of America, it can still escalate rapidly, attempting to replicate an extravagant lifestyle. It can still escalate rapidly. You see, when one is attempting to replicate an extravagant lifestyle. I've told you, if you start looking for Africa in the United States, you will not find it. What you will find is something else. Africa is affordable continent. It is really affordable. Only if you live as an African. So things like important luxury goods, high-end services, and exclusive membership, these things are adding up, you see, often exceeding the income generated by many African Americans who have made the move. Bite what you can chew. You see, just bite what you can chew. Something that fills your mouth, or rather, cut your coat according to your cloth. That is an old adage. Cut your coat according to your cloth. Something that fits you, something that won't choke you when you are in Africa, when you are doing all that. You see, you will find life easier. These are some of the things that are affecting people. Like Brother Austin, he has really been affected by his extravagant lifestyle. You don't want to move so much into someone else's life, but I'm using Brother Austin as an example. If it happened to Austin Holleman, it can also happen to you as well if you don't take precautions. So my work is to help you avoid all this. This is my God-given work. He's made me do this. So kindly just pay keen attention. You see? So, moreover, societal expectation and the desire to fit into a perceived elite class can drive excessive spending. If you want to fit, always wanting to fit somewhere, it's never okay. So as I told you before, cut your coat according to your cloth. That one, it will be easier. You can't be living in a hotel every day. You can't be eating in KFC every day. You can't be eating in Kempinski every day. You can't be doing that. It's tiring. It's also damn expensive, living in hotels and all that. So you gotta find somewhere like a home. If you find a home, it's real good. It's real good. You see? Moreover, societal expectation and the desire to fit into perceived elite class can drive excessive spending. You see, from upscale social events to maintaining a certain image within the expatriate community, the pressure to conform to a luxurious lifestyle is palpable. Palpable. What's the meaning of palpable? So if you're trying to escalate from upscale social events to maintaining a certain image within the expatriate family, the pressure to conform to a luxury lifestyle is damn expensive. See, sometimes Diamond Platinums, sometimes of course some of us here know Diamond Platinums is the biggest musician in East Africa, in Eastern Africa, or even maybe in the sub-Saharan Africa. But then we have Nigeria on the other side. I'm not a fan of music, but there's Diamond. There's also a team of musicians here in Kenya. They are called Sauti Sol. So these people have been performing. See, Diamond can come to Kenya and he can say that his entrance fee to his show is like 3,000 Kenya shillings. You see? Diamond Platnumz saying his entrance fee is 3,000 Kenya shillings. But then the Sauti Sol, who are Kenyans, when they create their own show in Kenya, they say entry free is 20,000. 20,000. And they are not even the best musicians in Eastern Africa. We have Diamond. Diamond is charging 30,000. 3,000. 1, 2, 3. 3. The other ones are charging 20. So some people will avoid these of Diamond and they'll go to this other person. I understand that people have their own taste, but why would you really expend so much money going to such events when that money you're spending it there when someone else is greatly in need? Even yourself, you might be in need of that money, doing something really important, starting a business, establishing something, helping a child who does not go to school in Africa. Why would someone spend money there? So people who go there are people even I know, and I know I really know them to the core. They go there just to show the image. People even hire cars and go there over there. People drive cars which are not theirs just to show that they have it. So what's the point of showing that you have it when you really don't have it? And what's the point? Just what's the point? I can't imagine the point of showing you have and you don't. Just live how you are and always striving to reach somewhere. That is also another problem that is making people go real broke. This one does not apply only to African Americans. It applies to all humans, all Africans. Yeah. If I was to go to a show, I really had to go to a show, I would go to Diamond's show. Just 3,000 shillings. I don't need to prove to no one, nothing. So this strain on finances becomes particularly pronounced for African Americans who may already face economic challenges in a foreign land. You see? What can African Americans do about this? So investing in sustainable financial practices is crucial for long-term stability. Budgeting, saving, and making informed financial decisions should take precedence over the allure of immediate gratification. Without a solid financial foundation, a dream of prosperous life in Africa can quickly transform into a financial monster. We don't want that happening, and that is not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen at all, at all, at all. That's not gonna happen at all, at all, at all. So the economic landscape for African Americans in Africa is compounded by historical and systemic challenges. Adds layers of complexity to the narrative, you see? While the dream of a better life may have propelled the initial move of coming to Africa, the harsh reality of financial constraints becomes pronounced. The allure of luxury clashes with the struggle to navigate a foreign economic terrain, often leading to a dissonance between aspiration and financial capabilities. When you aspire something, I think you have to strike a balance. Cost benefit balance. Find a cost benefit balance. How much are you costing? How much are you benefiting from the cost? Will the cost bring the benefits? This is something you need to calculate as a person who wants to come to Africa. Just think of it, calculate. If it will bring benefit to you, you know what to do, execute it, you see? So within this intricate tapestry, the narrative climax of today centers on the fragility of financial foundations. The high cost of living, coupled with societal pressures, necessities, and recalibration of properties, of priorities. Sorry, my English is too hard today, even for me. So African Americans navigating the maze of financial decision grapples with the imperative of budgeting, savings, and making prudent choices to secure a stable future. You know, the story of living a luxurious lifestyle as a Black American in Africa unfolds a nuanced epic, intertwining cultural dynamics, economic intricacies, and societal expectations. The journey, fraught with both promise and peril, underscores the importance of financial prudence and resilience in the pursuit of a fulfilling life on the African continent. It's so important that we do our homework, we realize what is needed of us when we move to Africa. It's really important, you know. So luxurious habits emerge subtly, manifesting in extravagant purchases that extend beyond basic needs. Just stick to the basic needs. Those are always just the basic needs. You don't need to have the most expensive wine glass. If you can afford it, by all means have it. By all means have it. But if you find that buying this glass of wine is gonna make you suffer financially, doesn't make sense. Huh? It doesn't make sense. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just enjoy your cup of Coke, enjoy your cup of Fanta. It's okay. Nobody will know even you had Fanta or Coke. No, nobody will know, you know. So opulent residences, high-end vehicles, and a wardrobe adorned with the designer labels become not only possession, but symbols of status in an unfamiliar environment. The dichotomy arises within when these symbols seemingly indicate an affluence belie the underlying financial fragility. Behind all these fancy things, what is the financial status of these brothers and sisters? Behind those Gucci, those expensive cars, what underlies? What's the mechanic of all this? What's the mechanic of this? This is something that we need to understand. Carlos is saying I'll use paper cups. Godfather, you can't use paper cups. They can't hold water. But I understand. You are trying to save it and budget it. I get it. I really get it. Sema hi. Okay. So however, something that we should notice that the intoxication of newfound surrounding often masks the potential fiscal pitfalls associated with attempting to replicate a westernized standard of living. It all boils down to one thing. keep it low key. Just keep it low key. That's the best thing that can happen. That's the best thing. In Africa, people are good, people are also bad, as any part of the world. If you're in Africa, live as an African. If you're in Africa, live as an African. Don't live like you're living in the United States. That way you are not gonna feel good about it. Now it's time I read the comments. Good people, if you have questions, kindly do ask your questions. Kindly do ask your questions, and let's start here by Abdul Ali Muhammad. The video by Bob Marley, My Richness, is life forever. Yeah. Actually, life is the most important thing here. Life. If you don't have life and you have everything, doesn't make sense. So we have Sir Carlos Ortiz is saying, I like the new shirt. I like the sweatshirt. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Godfather. So Carlos Ortiz again is going to say, I'm going to only buy from the local vendors. I'm doing fine, Godson. Thank you. I read these comments before. So Shirley Grant is saying, greetings, Evans. Have you spoken to Caribbean people? I am Jamaican born and American raised. We'll love to see if it is us, mostly Black Americans versus Caribbean Islanders, picking up and leaving. Good question. Now, when if I want to answer this question by Shirley Grant, I would say the reason why I made this live stream is that I noticed there's a brother who is Brazilian. Actually, she's from Brazil. He is from Brazil, sorry. So this brother, his name is Austin Holleman. So Austin has been moving to many African countries. People call him the king of passport bros. And he left Africa and went to other places. Right now he is in Thailand. The reason for his leaving was that he's spending too much and Africa is damn expensive than he thought. That is what Brother Austin said, and he is from Brazil. So it's not a problem of either Black Americans or the Caribbeans. It's a problem of African diaspora. You see? Judging from hearing that, I've known Austin for quite some time now. He likes living the extravagant lifestyle, and if you want to live an extravagant lifestyle, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. That's why he left Africa. He thought he would just get anything and keep it. Don't wanna say much. So me business, interesting titles and text in Avatar. Who's coming up with them? Interesting titles and text in Avatar. Thank you. That avatar is a symbol of a young African boy who is trying to find a solution to his lost brothers and sisters outside the continent. I came up with that, but I used the help of artificial intelligence to help me design that. I just gave it a set of instructions and it produced that image. Actually, it produced a number of images, but I gave out that one. I hope you're still there while reading this comment. Carlos Ortiz is saying, hi, Shirley. Rahman Muhammad Ali, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, brother. So we have Shirley, greetings. Yeah, Carlos. Shirley Grant, I as a Jamaican know how to, what we say, stretch the dollar, and I don't mind getting dirty planting my own food. Yeah, some people just don't want to get dirty. You say getting dirty is not their portion, is not their thing. Sometimes getting dirty is what will make you clean tomorrow. So you better be dirty today and clean tomorrow than clean today and dirty tomorrow. I really believe in spending and helping the locals as long as they don't make a fool out of me. Yes, by trying to raise prices because I am not from the area. This is the part where I say, find a local person. Find local person. Sister Shirley, just find a local person. These people will really help you a lot. You see, a local person, a young local person, they really help you with this. You know, they live there. They are the locals, of course. And this is one way of avoiding this. Before you move to a country, at least not just one person. Just one person is enough. Just know one person, or maybe two people, or maybe three. But one is enough. You don't need many people as well. Many people, number is a problem sometimes. So we have Rahman Muhammad Ali. I lived in Tanzania for over a year and had a great time. I have many friends there. I don't understand why so many Black Americans have trouble there. I lived there. So Brother Rahman Muhammad Ali lived in the United States, and he's saying it's okay. He lived in Tanzania and he's saying that it's okay. He doesn't seem to understand why African Americans are having trouble living in Tanzania. Okay. Just as I said, some people come with the wrong mindset. Some people come with the wrong mindset. If you come to Africa with the right mindset, it's easy to stay. You see, just come here open-minded, open-minded. Africa is not some jungle. You'll come and find monkeys at the airport, elephants strolling around. No, that's happening in the game parks, not here. Yes, there's an exception. There's a road towards Mombasa where you might meet elephants crossing the roads. You might meet hyenas. You might meet lions. At night, even during the day, there's a road. There's also a road near Nakuru in Rift Valley. There are those wild animals, but not everywhere you'll find them. They don't want to work. I see it here in South Africa. Rory is saying they don't want to work. I see it here in South Africa. If you don't want to work, then make money work for you. And you have to have money to make money work for you. You see, Africans should be accommodative with them. Many Africans are accommodative with African Americans. Many of them. Myself, I would house an African American. I have no problem with that. Why would I not house an African American? Why would I not? As long as there's no harm. Harm is something that will prevent somebody from hosting somebody. But no, Africans are accommodative. In my village, people will accommodate African Americans. Even from one state, my village will accommodate you. Nobody will ever chase you around away from my village. The village, the good village. So Carlos Ortiz, yeah. Evans, hoping you point me in the right direction when I shop for land, for home, or an existing home. I am counting on you to stretch my dollars. I like the musician that uses his feet. Want to see him. I met the musician at, where was it? At Kenya National Theatre. He's a, yeah, I don't know much about him. All right. When you move to Kenya, I will help you find him. Yeah, I liked his music. He performed that music for 200 shillings. I paid him 200 shillings and he performed a very sweet Luo music for me. He was using traditional musical instruments. It's called nyatiti. Nyatiti. You know, playing the nyatiti. So Rahman, Rory, we are not going to accommodate laziness. Rahman Muhammad Ali, you have to be willing to adjust to a different lifestyle or you will be unhappy. If you can't deal with a different culture, then you need to visit, but not to plan to live there. Yeah, visiting is one thing, living is another. Crench Windiger, Black Americans of means and real skills need to be in Africa. Look at Tula Cop in Tanzania. I don't know who is Tula Cop, but I'll have to check out this Tula Cop. Rory. They are all talk and no action. Europeans and white Americans get here, spend some time enjoying the country before rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty working. Carlos Ortiz is saying I'll use paper cups and all that. A white passport sees worn with a Kenyan. A white passport sees worn with a Kenyan. They have a farm. She works on the farm. A farm. A Japanese American and a white American couple living in a not expensive Port Elizabeth. They are working. These are just examples. These are just examples. Very soon I'll be bringing you content from very far in Africa, outside Kenya also. I'll be bringing you content so that it should not only be about Kenya, it should be also about outside Kenya. You see? That's it. DE Raptor, it's not possible to be low-key in Africa. Everyone watches me. What do you mean it's not possible to be low-key in Africa? What do you mean? It's possible. I think it's just how, if you're extravagant, then it will be hard, not impossible. It will be hard to be low-key. But if you're not extravagant, being low-key will be so easy. You see? We have Rahman Muhammad Ali. I am retired with a steady income stream. So I was able to afford to renew my visa every 90 days and to afford a driver who speaks fluent English to help me. Wow. This is really good. This is really, really good. So we have Arif Rochelle. Arif Rochelle. Austin is from Dallas, Texas. Oh, sorry. I thought he was from Brazil. Where did I get the message from Brazil? Thought he was from Brazil. Shelley Grant, honestly speaking, some Black Americans spend as crazy as they do in America. Everything expensive they wish. That's a big problem. Port Elizabeth is far from the limelight of expensive Johannesburg and Cape Town, places that Black Americans love. Carlos Ortiz, I want a simple village life in Western Kenya. I can always visit Nairobi on the weekends. Very true. The Raptor, why should it be necessary to hire a local person to keep other locals from robbing me? Okay, I didn't say it was necessary, but I emphasize the importance. It is important you have a local person because not everybody will be honest with their prices. You see? Not everybody will be honest with their prices. Once these people listen to your accent, they will translate this like you have money. And they will want to take money from you by all means possible at the maximum they can. They'll use the shortest time possible to rob you the maximum they can. So having a local person who knows the prices might help prevent this because you don't know these people. So the local person is the one you should be walking around with for some time. As you ask each other's prices, you ask him the price. You see, buying like this tablet over here. You can ask them. You can go and buy the tablet. For example, it's 5,000. They can this tablet is 5,000. They tell you. Now you know the tablet is 5,000. Next time you buy another thing, you know the price. That's why I'm emphasizing the importance of having these people. Otherwise, some people might rob you in broad daylight. They rob you without hurting you. We don't want Black Americans to work for us. We can do that ourselves. If they want to succeed in South Africa, they better be prepared to work, join the workforce, or start traditional business. Rob you of what? I don't know who this question is directed to, but I will try and answer it. Rob you of what? These people will rob you of your integrity. They'll rob you of your trust. Even myself as a Kenyan, when I go to buy some things which I don't know, the actual price they might take, which is more. So I always need to carry myself with somebody who knows the terrain, knowledge of the terrain, knowledge of these shops. You have to find someone. If you want to save money, even myself as a Kenyan, I always have to find somebody who knows. If I want particular things, I have to find somebody who knows the particular locations to the particular thing. That is my point. So Rory again is saying, Africa is not an old age home. We don't want people to come here to retire. You come here to work and grow the economy. Rory, don't forget that you'll also grow old someday and you'll also want to work. Have you read the story, No Country for Old Men? Rory. If you read the story, No Country for Old Men, you'll understand that it's really, really important that the old people exist. Without the old people, we don't have a history to learn of yesterday. We don't have yesterday. In order to live tomorrow, we have to know the knowledge of today, which by tomorrow, today will be yesterday. So read the story, No Country for Old Men. You will discover how an old man saved an entire generation of young people from perishing of hunger, an old person. So it does not always have to be work. I told you sometimes money can work for you. Money can work for you, but it does not have to be money, no. We were born without this money, so we should also live without this money. Everything should not be about money, is my point. Money is the thing that makes life easier, but it's not everything. It's really, really not everything. Now, I think I'm gonna end the live stream here. I'm getting tired, so exhausted. I'm gonna end the live stream and Rory, I have worked 42 years and I'm retiring in Kenya where I can still support the local economy. I don't understand why what Rory means by working. What kind of working? As long as you can be able to support the economy. Just you come here to live. Like, people have really worked hard. Like Sir Carlos is saying, he's worked 42 years. How come somebody who has worked 42 years, he comes to retire in Africa and you're still adding them more work? Why is that? As long as they're able to support the economy, that is what I find is okay. That is what I find is okay. The Eruptor, I love what you've said. The Eruptor is saying, at Rory, can you imagine a retire living in Africa, spending 2,000 per month, not taking anything from the local economy, but contributing more than 80% of the people who are born there? My driver once told me after leaving the central market that the local people saw me as a walking gold mine. They think all Americans as rich. Yeah, this is a problem actually. This is a problem. That's why you need to have somebody who is honest. Honesty is key. Honesty is really key here. Honesty will really, really help a lot of people. So, Brother Rahman Muhammad Ali, kindly, if you want to share your experience as an African American living in Kenya or in Africa, and you love to have an interview with me, kindly share with me. You can share with me details on my about. At my about, I have my email, which is written there. Kindly share your perspectives over there. I will so much appreciate. And it will also be an enlightenment to our brothers and sisters, our dads and our mothers who wants to move back to the continent. It will really help them. It will really help when you share your story. Rahman Muhammad Ali, sir. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end here because I'm getting really thirsty. I'm getting really thirsty. I'm gonna end here the live stream, edit a video for you for tomorrow so that you can be able to watch tomorrow's video. Without further ado, I'm ending the live stream, okay? Okay, I'm ending the live stream. Goodbye, people. Goodbye, Sir Carlos Ortiz. Goodbye, D.E. Raptor. Goodbye, Muhammad Ali. Goodbye, Stephen Smith. There's a lot of people, and I love you for joining this live stream. Rory, thank you so much. Grand Cyber, don't. These conversations are needed. Yeah, it's very important. It's very, very important. So the eruptor, if you want to share with us your perspectives, kindly share. You can talk to us. You can talk to me through my I can create a room for you in my next interview so that you can be able to share your perspectives, because I can tell you have a lot to share with our brothers and sisters, our dads and moms from the African diaspora. As you said, these conversations are needed. Be the change you want to see. Okay, tell us something before we end it. Tell us something. Can't wait to hear what Grand Cyber has to share with us. Can't wait to hear. Let's give it another 1 minute. So if I think YouTube has prevented thank you. So Grand Cyber, I can be able to view your from this other side. So you are saying there was a girl, if I'm right, there was a girl, right, that your mom married. And then your mom said you look like a mouse. I don't understand. You know, this is something of those LGBTQ. Women don't marry women here in Africa. It's a taboo. It's a taboo here in Africa. Who is broke and said though? I guess it depends upon who you think to. In South Africa, only people who were born in that particular village and their descendants are allowed to live in the village. That's communal land that is not accessible to outsiders. The Iraq, we must learn to those. So let me end the live stream here. Tomorrow let's catch up in the next live stream. So thank you so much for joining the live stream. Goodbye.